He wants to be an architect. She wants to be famous. Anyone can dream. But truth be told, dreams can be fragile. A dream can only come true with steel-hard perseverance. It is not easy. He wants to be an architect. She wants to be famous. Anyone can dream. But truth be told, dreams can be fragile. A dream can only come true with steel-hard perseverance. It is not easy. It never was. But all of this is worth pursuing. We are different in a lot of ways. Our culture, experiences, skills, and habits. But we are united by the same steel-hard determination and perseverance to always build. We carry the determination forward with honor, integrity, transparency, accountability, and professionalism in all aspects. This is us, driven by He wants to be an architect. She wants to be famous. Anyone can dream. But truth be told, dreams can be fragile. A dream can only come true with steel-hard perseverance. It is not easy. It never was. But all of this is worth pursuing. We are different in a lot of ways. Our culture, experiences, skills, and habits. But we are united by the same steel-hard determination and perseverance to always build. We carry the determination forward with honor, integrity, transparency, accountability, and professionalism in all aspects. This is us, driven by dreams, and we never cease to create meaningful ideas that come to life. This is PT Gunung Rajapaksi Tbk, a major steel player with a production capacity of over 2 million tons per year. We understand that Indonesia needs to keep developing in order to turn dreams into reality. Dreams that have been passed down from generations. Day in and out, GRP continues to grow, and the variety of GRP products and services continues to increase. To become the backbone of development in Indonesia with sustainable practices producing steel that is strong enough to support and shape tomorrow. GRP has been acknowledged by the World Steel Association as one of the best standard practices in the industry. Forging a dream is an ongoing endeavor. In 50 years, GRP has continued to grow and achieve various accomplishments thanks to cutting-edge technology. And of course, the support of 5,000 skilled employees with extraordinary dreams and determination. GRP has become one of the most important steel players in Southeast Asia's steel industry with a global vision. 50 years is not a long time to make it in the world, but enough to forge our human resources. And we are not done shaping tomorrow. Forging oneself, understand change. These are the principles that led us to the top. But there is something more important than making it to the top, and that is making sure we have a future through concrete social empowerment and sustainability programs. Because shaping tomorrow is to give meaning to our hard work today.
Since 1970, PT Gunung Naga Mas has been established and transitioned to Gunung Rajapaksi, GRP. Located in Cikarang Barat, West Java Province, Indonesia, covering more than 200 hectares with 2.2 million ton of production capacity. As one of the largest steel producers in Indonesia, GRP continues to contribute to build a better future for the country and show sustainable growth in all areas. GRP's transformation activity supported with sound corporate governance and change management initiatives, helping GRP achieving success in Indonesia. Until now, there are more than 5,000 qualified workforces who have undergone rigorous training and collaborate across the value chain. With over 50 years of committing to our mission, we bring a new corporate culture, experiences, habits, and skill united with steel-hard determination and perseverance that GRP carry forward with honors, integrity, transparency, accountability, and professionalism. Our development in the business and consistent growth are one of the key in achieving GRP success. We are the first steel factory in Indonesia, participated as climate action member in World Steel Association, and the first mover who purchased carbon credits, as our commitment to contribute to the natural climate solutions. We also collaborate with local agricultural-based university to ensure the sustainable green environment, as part of our implementation of the environmental social governance, ESG. And continuously providing care to our community. We will continue our commitment for the sustainable future, reducing our impact in the society, and committed to create advanced and low-carbon products. We believe that GRP will shaping tomorrow and develop a better future. Are you ready to shape a better future?
wants to be an architect. She wants to be famous. Anyone can dream. But truth be told, dreams can be fragile. A dream can only come true with steel-hard perseverance. It is not easy. It never was. But all of this is worth pursuing. We are different in a lot of ways. Our culture, experiences, skills, and habits. But we are united by the same steel-hard determination and perseverance to always build. We carry the determination forward with honor, integrity, transparency, accountability, and professionalism in all aspects. This is us, driven by dreams, and we never cease to create meaningful ideas that come to life. This is PT Gunung Rajapaksi Tbk, a major steel player with a production capacity of over 2 million tons per year. We understand that Indonesia needs to keep developing in order to turn dreams into reality. Dreams that have been passed down from generations. Day in and out, GRP continues to grow, and the variety of GRP products and services continues to increase. To become the backbone of development in Indonesia with sustainable practices, producing steel that is strong enough to support and shape tomorrow. GRP has been acknowledged by the World Steel Association as one of the best standard practices in the industry. Forging a dream is an ongoing endeavor. In 50 years, GRP has continued to grow and achieve various accomplishments thanks to cutting-edge technology. And of course, the support of 5,000 skilled employees with extraordinary dreams and determination. GRP has become one of the most important steel players in Southeast Asia's steel industry with a global vision. 50 years is not a long time to make it in the world, but enough to forge our human resources. And we are not done shaping tomorrow. Forging oneself, understand change. These are the principles that led us to the top. But there is something more important than making it to the top, and that is making sure we have a future through concrete social empowerment and sustainability programs. Because shaping tomorrow is to give meaning to our hard work today.
Since 1970, PT Gunung Naga Mas has been established and transitioned to Gunung Rajapaksi, GRP. Located in Cikarang Barat, West Java Province, Indonesia, covering more than 200 hectares with 2.2 million ton of production capacity. As one of the largest steel producers in Indonesia, GRP continues to contribute to build a better future for the country and show sustainable growth in all areas. GRP's transformation activity supported with sound corporate governance and change management initiatives, helping GRP achieving success in Indonesia. Until now, there are more than 5,000 qualified workforces who have undergone rigorous training and collaborate across the value chain. With over 50 years of committing to our mission, we bring a new corporate culture, experiences, habits, and skill united with steel-hard determination and perseverance that GRP carry forward with honors, integrity, transparency, accountability, and professionalism. Our development in the business and consistent growth are one of the key in achieving GRP success. We are the first steel factory in Indonesia, participated as climate action member in World Steel Association, and the first mover who purchased carbon credits, as our commitment to contribute to the natural climate solutions. We also collaborate with local agricultural-based university to ensure the sustainable green environment, as part of our implementation of the environmental social governance, ESG. And continuously providing care to our community. We will continue our commitment for the sustainable future, reducing our impact in the society, and committed to create advanced and low-carbon products. We believe that GRP will shaping tomorrow and develop a better future. Are you ready to shape a better future?
He wants to be an architect. She wants to be famous. Anyone can dream. But truth be told, dreams can be fragile. A dream can only come true with steel-hard perseverance. It is not easy. It never was. But all of this is worth pursuing. We are different in a lot of ways. Our culture, experiences, skills, and habits. But we are united by the same steel-hard determination and perseverance to always build. We carry the determination forward with honor, integrity, transparency, accountability, and professionalism in all aspects. This is us, driven by dreams, and we never cease to create meaningful ideas that come to life. This is PT Gunung Rajapaksi Tbk, a major steel player with a production capacity of over 2 million tons per year. We understand that Indonesia needs to keep developing in order to turn dreams into reality. Dreams that have been passed down from generations. Day in and out, GRP continues to grow, and the variety of GRP products and services continues to increase. To become the backbone of development in Indonesia with sustainable practices, producing steel that is strong enough to support and shape tomorrow. GRP has been acknowledged by the World Steel Association as one of the best standard practices in the industry. Forging a dream is an ongoing endeavor. In 50 years, GRP has continued to grow and achieve various accomplishments thanks to cutting-edge technology. And of course, the support of 5,000 skilled employees with extraordinary dreams and
To Gunung Rajapaksi, and today we're going to witness together the event of GRP's Net Zero and inauguration of Rajapaksi Sports Center. Ladies and gentlemen, if you remember that this is the continuation of our last event of ESG, and today we're going to state our commitment of the third and the fifth pillar of ESG. First, I would like to say hello to Kepala Badan Kebijakan Perdagangan, Bapak Kasan. Perwakilan Perindustrian Direktur Logam Ilmate. Kepala Bidang Lingkungan Hidup Kabupaten Bekasi, Bapak Harnoko. Perwakilan dari Kadin Net Zero Hub, Bapak Bramantio. Halo Pak. Executive Committee and Board of Commissioners of Gunung Rajapaksi Tbk, and all distinguished guests, bankers, supplier, customers, and media. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to hear more about GRP initiatives to the Net Zero Roadmap that will be presented by GRP's Head of Sustainability, Mrs. Sharon Omega. And also we're going to enjoy the beautiful scenery of Rajapaksi Sports Center, which we will be officially opened by the first tee-off by Bapak Ms. Kimintanoto. Okay Pak, ready Pak? Okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to try all of our sport facilities, and when you're done, We're going to have a nice lunch together here in Balai Suhati. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's start. Before starting our main event, we're inviting you to enjoy together GRP's video about ESG. Kami persilakan.
Since 1970, PT Gunung Naga Mas has been established and transitioned to Gunung Rajapaksi, GRP. Located in Cikarang Barat, West Java Province, Indonesia, covering more than 200 hectares with 2.2 million ton of production capacity. As one of the largest steel producers in Indonesia, GRP continues to contribute to build a better future for the country and show sustainable growth in all areas. GRP's transformation activity supported with sound corporate governance and change management initiatives, helping GRP achieving success in Indonesia. Until now, there are more than 5,000 qualified workforces who have undergone rigorous training and collaborate across the value chain. With over 50 years of committing to our mission, we bring a new corporate culture, experiences, habits, and skill united with steel-hard determination and perseverance that GRP carry forward with honors, integrity, transparency, accountability, and professionalism. Our development in the business and consistent growth are one of the key in achieving GRP success. We are the first steel factory in Indonesia, participated as climate action member in World Steel Association, and the first mover who purchased carbon credits, as our commitment to contribute to the natural climate solutions. We also collaborate with local agricultural-based university to ensure the sustainable green environment, as part of our implementation of the environmental social governance, ESG. And continuously providing care to our community. We will continue our commitment for the sustainable future, reducing our impact in the society, and committed to create advanced and low-carbon products. We believe that GRP will shaping tomorrow and develop a better future. Are you ready to shape a better future?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, after watching the ESG video, we're going to start by hearing some opening speech that will be done by Mr. Tony Taniwan, our executive committee. Bapak Tony, the time is yours.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the launch of Gunung Rajapaksi's Net Zero Roadmap and our new GRP Sports Center. On behalf of the GRP team, I would like to express gratitude to all respected guests who have joined us. Today, we are on the path towards sustainable steel production. With the launch of our new Net Zero Roadmap, as outlined in our recent ESG strategy handbook, our roadmap pays closer attention to the climate change impact resulting from the Paris Agreement and COP27, prioritizing our key pillar of energy transition and low carbon solution. We recognize the importance of taking climate-related actions and are committed to integrate ESG aspect within our business. Our goal, as aligned with Indonesian national contribution, is to usher in a carbon neutral business by 2050. Recognizing our stakeholders' concern around the climate impact from the energy and carbon intensive nature of steelmaking, we have embarked on our climate journey in 2021 and completed our first scope in 1 and 2 greenhouse gas emissions inventory in 2022. Upon evaluating our emission based on the GHG protocol and identifying primary sources of emission, we have identified 5 main pillars of emission reduction measures and initiatives in this roadmap to achieve carbon neutrality. These 5 main strategies later will be further elaborated by our Head of Sustainability, Sharon Omega. Central to our decarbonization journey is green power sourcing, where we derive green energy from the grid or produce it in-house, and fuel switching, which involves transitioning from coal to cleaner source of energy such as natural gas. Currently, green hydrogen is one of the biggest players in transition to more sustainable energy source. We are tapping on this through exploring partnerships in blue and green hydrogen plants with our national energy provider. We have kickstarted this process with the Memorandum of Understanding established with Fortescue Future Industries and the Indonesian Chamber of Commerce and Industry Kadin at the B20 Summit. And in the interim, GRP has transitioned to solar panels to provide a clean source of energy for our operations, to start developing internal capabilities for our transition to renewable energy. As we move towards our ambition of achieving carbon neutrality by 2050, it is very apparent to us the importance of collaboration with our partners to achieve this ambitious goal. Hence, I would like to thank you for the attendance of our partners here with us today. We shall work together in this decarbonization journey. On top of the Net Zero Roadmap, the launch of the GRP Sports Center is also aligned with our guiding pillars of nurturing talent. Our employees are crucial assets to the company, with many having been with us for decades. Our aim as a company is to safeguard their well-being and provide them with a healthy working environment. We believe that initiatives like this sports center will go a long way in allowing our employees to excel at work, which will in turn bring GRP to a greater height. In summary, we must be held equally accountable to demonstrate positive impact on the environment and society. It is our hope at GRP that this roadmap will guide the industry towards best practices for sustainable steel production. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tony, for your opening speech for this event. And next, we would also hear from our executive committee, Mr. Kimin Tanoto. Bapak Kimin, kami persilahkan.
Welcome, friends, partners, customers, bankers, GRP family. And I wish to highlight the presence of our founders, my mother, Ibu Limiwati, wherever she is, Pak Kamarudin, Ibu Margaret, and perhaps most importantly, the presence of my wife. Welcome, all of you. today I'm supposed to hold a discussion about our carbon emission roadmap to net zero. But then I took a look at the great speeches from Tony and later a lengthy one from Sharon. So I thought I'll spare you the pain of the technicality of sustainability. So instead, I want to talk about change, right? The need for change. All of this, GRP, all of this. The last 4 years, what happened? Change, right? We, in our daily life, we feel the need to have change, right? Some of you want to change your car. Some of you want to have new clothes, what have you, new place, right? But yet, in most businesses, we don't like change, right? We are resistant to change, right? We are very deep-rooted in what we do, right? Unwilling to embrace new era, right? But I think it's very important, right, that we need to learn how to harness the changing attitude. I think you can see a lot of GRP faces. You can see that they're eager and they're eager to change. I think that is one of the biggest accomplishments we managed to instill in all our team. Right? Right. So earlier I talked about the change management in GRP. You know, for some of you who know GRP, I actually don't know most of you. I just joined GRP maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. Right. But Tony has been here all his life, maybe 20 years about Tony. Don't be that. So, but what has happened the last 4 years is amazing, you know. You know, we in change management, right? We had to convince people to change. It was very difficult in the beginning. I remember talking to my mother, right, one of the founder, Pak Kamarudin, telling me change is impossible. We are here now. It is possible, right? This attitude, right? So we talk about climate change, right? Climate change is undeniable. It is happening, right? We need to do something, right? The action to protect, right, our future generations is now, right? So many of you see this as a challenge. For me, I see this as an opportunity, right? It's an attitude, right? All right. How is this an opportunity, right? We could look at climate change in the future on policy. It could be a part of COGS. It will be. But it could also be an opportunity to reset, right? To give us new tools to compete, right? So in steel manufacturing, we actually have two basic production means. One, we call it the blast furnace way, and the other one is the electric arc furnace, right? Blast furnace is very high carbon emission and also very low cost because it uses coal power, right? So electric arc furnace, which is what we are betting on the future on, uses electric and recycled metal, right? So for the longest time, we were fighting with the Chinese supplier. We could not beat their cost. I asked Raymond, please calculate how the hell sorry, mind my language. How did they get 15, 20% on top of our margin, right? Now, with climate change and the impending policy, we will have a chance to fight on fair grounds, right? So on fair grounds, we talk about social, ESG, as part of the S factor on ESG. You know, it's just be fair. You know, adapt the same attitude, execute fairness for all, engage with your community, right? Treat your employees like friends and partners, sometimes for me, right? And you know, and translate that and get everyone on the same need for change attitude, execute that transparency. I think you'll be surprised you can go very far, right? So I would like to implore all of you, you know, find that change in you, you know, find that need for change, right? Use it as an impetus for adaptability and growth, right? Go back, take a good look at yourself, because the most important change is yourself, right? Look hard inside, look for that change, look around you, right? Change everything for the better, everything except maybe your wife, okay? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pak Kimin. Such a delightful discussion, yeah. Okay, next we're going to hear from Kadin Net Zero Hub, Bapak Bramantio. Yes, Bapak Bramantio, the time is yours.
Good morning. First of all, I would like to extend gratitude and thank you from the big family of Indonesian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. A big part of our team is right now actually on business trip to Singapore and later on to Manila to promote the several legacy programs that becomes the agenda for Indonesia presidency for ASEAN this year. Among the agenda is actually the net zero and the climate change and how corporations across ASEAN, Indonesia especially, can also be a part of the key driving force for this region to move towards the new dynamics of be it low carbon, be it net zero, but at the bottom of it is how that we can contribute ourselves, each and ourselves, to climate change mitigations and adaptations. So thank you Pak Tony, Pak Kimin for inviting Kadin to the stage, Ibu Sherin and Pak Fe, the two people who also helped us immeasurably during the B20 and G20 last year. So thank you for having me on the stage, Pak. And also thank you for Pak Kimin for the cue that let's not talk about technicalities, that will be Bu Sherin's cue. Therefore, the speech that I prepared is actually, I have to throw it away. This is just stopwatch, so to keep me from speaking too long. But it is interesting that Pak Kimin mentioned a lot and put a pressure and emphasize on change, Pak. So one of the aspects that we have a long meeting in the Sustainability Committee, I think just before they decide the schedule for the road trip, is that how do we see the role of corporations in the dynamics of the climate change discussions? So we would like to illustrate this with kind of like a triangle, not a triangle, a seesaw actually, with a fulcrum in the middle. So at one side, we have the civil societies, we have the individuals. These are the climate scientists, these are the think tanks, the NGOs, the university who from long way back, probably dating back more than 10 years, 20 years, have been preaching about the impact of climate change and that the need to change for us, for corporations, for governments. They are the ones that become at the forefront of this climate science. They are the one that creates all the frameworks that we know right now, including TCFD, for example, TCFD frameworks. Those are the part of the civil societies that's really important in these narratives. So if you see a seesaw, the civil societies are actually putting a pressure on one side. So this hand is actually moving towards the bottom. On the other side, it's on the government level, because once these academics, once these civil societies put on their thoughts the table, what they're asking is actually from the government to change. That's why we hear about the Kyoto Protocol back in 1992, 1993. The center is always on the government. But what happened is that the movement from the government is always too slow, not their fault. Once the government decide to make the change, the impact is so wide-ranging that they have to be very careful in deciding where should we direct the change. So it's inherently natural for the government to a little bit slow on their decision-making. There are, case studies here and there and everywhere. I still remember at some point of my career, we spent the whole year just doing the case study on certain government policies and not going anywhere. But now I understand that the responsibility of government, the impacts that they can deliver is so wide-ranging that they have to be very, very careful in making the decisions. So we see if these civil societies expect the government to actually also put the load and force to balance the scale, it will happen in a very, very long time and probably way too late. Now we see in the seesaw, there's the fulcrum in the middle, the balancing position. Indonesian Chamber of Commerce would like to see the corporations, the industry associations as the fulcrum. We still have bureaucracy, we still have a lot of stakeholders and stockholders to be taken care of. We cannot just make the change as we see fit. We have to be also mindful, where will this change take the impact for our stakeholders? What does it matter for our employees, for our partners, for our supply chain partners? But inherently, the decision making and the drive in the corporations are way faster than the government. Still a bit longer than the civil societies, but way faster than the government. So that puts the corporations and the private sectors dead center right in the middle. Now, in this mechanism of a seesaw, if we have a load on one side and we have a force that's moving very, very slow and cannot balance the scale in the right time or according to the planetary timeline, so to speak, what do? You move the fulcrum. So with the same force from the government, with the same load from the civil societies, somehow the balance will be tipped. It's moving the corporations, the private sector into the right directions within the narratives of the climate change, within the narratives of net zero and decarbonization, is I think what we would like to see from Indonesian companies, Indonesian private sector. And we will take this learning into our ASEAN presidency, our ASEAN agenda, to see how, as a region, we can probably also promote what GRP has been doing in having this ESG roadmap, having the net zero roadmap. My credit goes to the senior leadership of GRP of actually pushing through this agenda, because throughout our interactions with different companies, there are sometimes that we see on the top level, all the way down to the operational level, there are spirit of change. They know it's their job description that every single day they're going into the field. They know that the competitors are doing this and doing that. The other companies are moving to this direction. Why our companies are not moving in the same direction? It takes really strong commitment from the top leadership, from the senior leadership, to actually initiate the change and see it coming through across the entire functions of the organization. So big applause for the GRP top leadership. Again, thank you. I will not go into detail of the technicalities, but just to reflect back, probably we met with Pak Fe and Bu Sherin 6-8 months ago. The original idea in my head is actually taking GRP into the fold of Kadin Net Zero Hub and see how we can collaborate together. I think after I've seen the report nowadays, it's the other way around. Can I just ask Pak Fe and Bu Sherin to actually be part of our campaigner in going forward, Pak? Because steel industry, we also have the same friends from the cement industry. We are actually now leaning back to those companies to actually take maybe not the technicalities, because that relates to competitiveness at the end of the day, but the drive from the top leadership. And one aspect that's really important that they believe, the GRP believes, and the rest of the top leadership believes, that decarbonization and net zero is not hindrance for growth. It's actually the prerequisite for growth, and we believe that today is the only path for growth. So once again, thank you for inviting Kadin Net Zero up here to this event. Congratulations, Pak Gimin and the rest of GRP, and I wish you good luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Pak Bram. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we're going to hear more from our Head of Sustainability, Mrs. Sharon Omega. Ibu Sharon, the time is yours.
So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for Pak Kimin on the emphasis. Now I have 150 pages with me on the technicality. I'll talk you through. Just kidding, it's only like 4 pages. And I would like to extend my gratitude for everyone, and I hope everyone is in good health. Thank you for your time today, for joining us this event here in our office, as well as everyone who joined us via virtually. I heard around 60,000 followers of Gunung Rajapaksi join our streaming event. So it is a very pleasure for me to meet you all here. And I would like, first of all, I would like to greet our distinguished guests, perwakilan dari Kementerian Perdagangan, jika ada, perwakilan dari Kementerian Perindustrian, termasuk juga Kepala Bidang Lingkungan Hidup Kabupaten Bekasi, Bapak Harnoko, dan juga kepada Bapak Bram sebagai perwakilan dari Kadin Net Zero Hub Indonesia. It's very thoughtful speech, Pak Bram. And for all the distinguished guests, bankers, suppliers, customers, as well as media partners. And again, a quick introduction. My name is Sharon Omega. I'm the Head of Sustainability for the company. And you can scan the QR code shown here in the screen to get access directly to the decarbonization handbook. And I believe for the offline participant already got the printed handbook. So I hope my presentation is cute. Now for the first page, so it's a continuance of our October event where we release our ESG strategy handbook, which outlines the key steps that the company will take towards a sustainability strategy, which has been tailored and developed to communicate the company's ambitions and to guide our efforts in the coming years. Today, I'm back here with pride to share the continuation of our ESG strategy, which related to one of our environmental pillars, the energy transition and low carbon solution, by launching this GRP Net Zero Roadmap. Next. The current production of steel causes approximately 7% of the global carbon emissions, with the expectations that the demand of steel will increase by approximately 15 to 20% between 2030 and 2050. Consequently, it is a huge challenge for the steel industry to reach the zero emission target by 2050 and requiring approximately $1.4 trillion of investment, according to the Wood Mackenzie's latest Horizons research report. However, with the pressures from world global warming crisis, companies must start implementing initiatives to mitigate the impact from climate changes as much as possible. There are also other stakeholders who are paying attention to this topic and voice their opinions in shifting the steel industry to become decarbonized. We understand those are the key stakeholders such as government, investors, and our value chain. So Indonesia government has recently updated its nationally determined contribution, or NDC, to be more closely aligned with the Paris Agreement temperature goal. With the updated goals, Indonesia aims to reduce its emissions by 32% and a net zero target by 2060 or sooner. The demand to act and disclose the financial impact from the climate risk has also increased globally by the investors. As customers' preferences are shifting towards the low carbon products, many companies are also teaming up with their suppliers and their peers to produce steel more sustainably. Next, in our decarbonization handbook or net zero roadmap as well, we also disclose our current scope 1 and scope 2 emission, which adopting the GHG protocol and World Steel Association methodology of carbon dioxide emission. So our 2021 GHG inventory data shown 0.86 ton of carbon dioxide per ton of crude steel production. As an EF operated mill, GRP has the benefit of lower carbon intensity compared to other blast furnace operated, which we took this as the opportunity to be able achieving the company target towards the net zero operation. Next page showing you the layout that the guiding principle towards the net zero, there are 5. The first one is the fuel switching, where we shall explore transitioning from coal to cleaner sources of energy, such as natural gas. The second one is the production improvements and resource efficiency improvements, basically balancing between meeting current steel demand whilst decarbonizing production processes with the technology which still require further research and development. Moving towards the third point is the green power sourcing. Sourcing green energy from the grid or producing it in-house. In this case, we will continue collaborate with our partner PLN, in this case as one of our key stakeholders in this decarbonization journey. The fourth point touches about the carbon offsetting. So as there are some hard to abate emissions due to the nature of the operations, this is where carbon offsets help reach our net zero goal and will be the final step in our decarbonization journey. The last point is more towards an enabler. It is a collaboration and partnership. So by working with public and private sector stakeholders to implement the solutions to reach the net zero, such as our Indonesian Iron and Steel Association, ISIA, as well as participating with the Net Zero Hub by Indonesian Chamber of Commerce or Kadin. So next page. GRP climate target and initiatives are aligned with the Indonesian government and global steel player by targeting to achieve in 2020 is the pathway towards the net zero emission. We will continue to prioritize our action in terms of GHG Scope 1 and Scope 2 reduction, plan and monitoring, as well as understanding the climate risks and opportunities and reporting in line with the TCFD. Next page is the key highlight activities from 2022, which are really close with our decarbonization initiative to show you that GRP has started this journey of decarbonization. The most recent I would like to highlight is the recent MOU signing with Fortescue Future Industries, or FFI, to explore and study the hydrogen usage in our manufacturing plant. So next page, I have come to the end of my presentation. With the release of this guidebook, we have not only formalized our strategy and targets, but we also would like to invite you to join GRP in the future, collaborating to achieve the government and global targets to achieve the net zero emissions. There will be a lot of communications and collaboration going forward, sharing the knowledge to align our initiatives towards sustainability. We hope that in the end it will not only reduce the carbon footprint in our business only, but also by collaborating with various parties, we can all reduce climate and environmental issues and prepare for more sustainable life. So I would like to thank you for your attention during this event, and I would like to emphasize we each have a role to play. We are and must be equally responsible for demonstrating a positive impact on the environment and society. By doing right, doing good, and doing well can and must go together. Thank you.
Thank you, Ibu Sharon. But we would like to invite you to stay on the stage, as I would like to invite our executive committee, Mr. Tony Taniwan, Mr. Kimin Tanoto, and Mr. Edward, to come to the stage to witness together the gong hitting by Ibu Sharon as our symbol of commitment towards the net zero. Silahkan Kak Sharon di sebelah sini. Baik. Ibu Sharon, please hit the gong 3 times as I count down to 1, okay? Oke, media yang ingin memfoto silahkan kami undang berada ke tengah. Oke, sudah siap ya Ibu Sharon ya? Kita hitung mundur. 3, 2, 1. Tepuk tangannya Bapak dan Ibu. Gong ini menandakan komitmen GRP dalam menuju net zero carbon. Oke, baik, terima kasih Ibu Sharon, terima kasih Excos. Sudah memukul gongnya ya. Oke, baik. Bapak dan Ibu, acara mengenai decarbonization sudah sampai di sini, tapi kita masih ada rangkaian acara berikutnya mengenai Rajapaksi Sport Center. Okay, before that, our President Director would like to share his thoughts, his efforts, and everything about Rajapaksi Sport Center. Silakan Bapak Argo Sangkaeng.
Terima kasih Bu Ayu. Yang paling lega sekarang Sharon, sekarang giliran saya yang tegang ini ya. So first of all, thank you for staying with us. After we saw and launched the decarbonization, allow me to continue the session by give you a sort of like a walkthrough of the facilities that we're going to inaugurate today. But first of all, I would like to extend my sincere welcome and thank you for all guests and who came here all the way from your office to our humble facility here in GRP. Especially Pak Kasan atau yang mewakili dari Kementerian Perdagangan, khususnya dari Badan Kebijakan Perdagangan. Kemudian selamat datang juga kepada perwakilan dari Kementerian Industrian, khususnya dari Ilmate dan Industri Hijau, dan perwakilan dari dari Kabupaten KLH Kabupaten Bekasi, Bapak Harnoko atau yang mewakili, dan all business partners or suppliers, our fellow colleagues from bank. We have J-Trust, BNI, and many other banks, and also from overseas partners. Thank you, and to all guests that I apologize not being able to mention you, welcome you one by one. But on behalf of management, thank you for your support
and thank you for coming today. Okay, allow me to start. The facility was established in the land that approximately 6.5 hectares. Previously, this was not what it is today. It was previously area for land for truck parking, but due to our digitalization effort, we now do not need the parking lot for trucks. They can just come in time, just scanning the barcode. We send them the barcode, scan the barcode, and that's it. Off they go. They come and they go. So we shortened the lead time to only a couple of hours. Mother of our founders, grandmother of our executive committee. Ibu Suhati was known for her compassionate and for her wisdom that unite not only the family but also those in GRP and those around her. So with this spirit, we would like to continue and not only to commemorate her good doing, but also to remember and recall that ourselves to always be compassionate to the society, to the environment, and also to establish peaceful working conditions. And then the next one, the facilities that we built so far include the first and only facility in Indonesia. We can claim that, especially in steel manufacturing industry that have the following facilities. Number one, we have driving range that consists of 8 lanes of driving lane, and then mini golf, 9 holes mini golf, and we have also putt golf. We have indoor mini soccer, the first and only in Indonesia, and then in our driving range we also installed 2 golf simulators. So to those that cannot play, that you can start at least play in simulator. And then other facilities, indoor facilities include 6 badminton field, 1 futsal field, 1 full court basketball, and 2 half court basketball, 1 volleyball, and jogging track approximately 3 kilometers. All facilities, this is the most important one, all facilities was built by our own sources. So, so far, no loan from any banks. And to those who give us a loan, don't worry, your loan is well managed, it's not used to build this one. And then also, to continue on, since we are the best in steel manufacturing, but not the best in managing the sports facilities, so we outsource this to the professionals who's going to run and operate this facility for us. We have GDPS, and this company is one of the UMKM, usaha mikro, kecil dan menengah, that we commit to develop together with us. And along with this company, we also have other facilities operated by small and medium enterprises, like we have laundry facilities already running, and then we have barber shop. So after this, before go home, if you need to cut your hair, you are very much welcome. And also, we have other facilities like billiard and fitness center next, as you can see. And these are all of these facilities were not only to be used by our employees, but soon it will also be available, accessible for public by membership. Okay, so for that, to sum off, I would like to thank to Executive Committee, to Pak Kimin, Pak Tony, Pak Edward for the inspirations. Thank you for the support to all founders. Especially today we have Pak Kamarudin, Ibu Limiwati, Ibu Margaret, and all family members. Thank you for the support. And last but not least, thank you to project development, led by Pak Nasrul with his wonderful team, who make this possible, and all GA and all employees. Let us maintain this and utilize this one to the best of its capability, and to make our employees healthy, to make GRP healthy, for better GRP, and eventually for better Indonesia. Thank you.
Thank you very much Pak Argo for your, oke. Oke, baik Bapak dan Ibu. After this we're going to the Rajapaksi Sports Center and we would like to invite GRP's founder, Ibu Jiso, Pak Kamarudin, Ibu Margaret untuk memimpin pemotongan pita sebagai tanda official opening of Rajapaksi Sports Center. Baik, kami persilahkan Bapak Ibu. Kita menuju ke sebelah kiri dari panggung. Baik. Ya. Baik, sebelah sini. Baik Bapak dan Ibu, kami persilakan juga semuanya untuk ikut. Kita akan lihat-lihat Rajapaksi ya. BOD di mana BOD? Oke, BOD juga semuanya kita menuju ke Rajapaksi Sports Center bersama-sama ya. Oke, Bapak dan Ibu, kami ucapkan selamat datang di Rajapaksi Sports Center, di mana kita ada beberapa facilities yang dapat digunakan oleh employee dan juga untuk eksternal dengan membership. Oke, baik. Aja.